her voice, melodies unfold. A renowned singer with music in her soul. In every note, a tale of grace, fulfilling the world, joy and embrace. With every raga, she paints a vivid hue, a music, a journey, let's all pursue. Dear viewers, let's welcome the legendary musical luminary and an enchanting soul whose voice transcends boundaries of the musical world. Let's welcome Sangeeta Katti. Welcome, ma'am, to the show on Spark Igniting Minds. Born into an educated and traditional family in the vibrant city of Dharwad, Sangeeta Katti was recognized by her parents at a very young age because her voice could move mountains and calm the stormy seas. Sangeeta embarked on a musical journey guided by musical luminaries like Padma Bhushan, Basavaraj Rajguru and Padma Vibhushan Gana Saraswati Srimati Kishori Amonkar. Ladies and gentlemen, Sangeeta's ethereal journey of music and her unwavering dedication to music has made her a true icon of the Hindustani classical world. Join us as we delve into the depths of her journey and uncover the story behind her enchanting melodies in this captivating interview. Sangeeta ji, you have given 7,000 concerts and contributed to the film music also. You have sung more than 500 songs. Can you share with us the story behind the journey of becoming a renowned Hindustani classical singer?
Well, it's difficult to explain the long journey because it starts from my age of 4.
Okay.
So I started singing at the age of 4, and by God's grace and with all Guru's blessings till today, it continues. So another few years, I think I'll be completing 50 years of singing. So that's quite a quite some time, and it's a big journey. But if somebody asks me, when did you think that you want to become a singer? I said, no, I never had any thoughts of becoming a musician. I go back to my 4 year of age when I was a small girl, and I was initiated by my dad, Professor Dr. Katti, who he is a chemistry professor and he's a scientist, but a great admirer of Indian classical music. And we had all the huge records and long plays and small 78 RPM those days. We had a gramophone player, but every day it was a customary. He put a culture of listening to all stalwart musicians right from my childhood. That's how I got into the samskar of listening to music, Indian classical music, be it Indian classical. And there was a program called Sangeet Sarita, which used to come on Vivid Bharati, All India Radio, for 10 minutes, right from 7:30 a.m. to 7:40 a.m. That 10 minutes, it used to make a huge difference when I used to listen to one particular rag, whether sung or played by maestro musicians, and one movie song which is based on that particular rag for that day. So this put that sanskara in me, and I owe all those things to my dad. He created the interest in music. He created Sangeeta. And when I was year 4 old girl, when I was just...
I heard that Naushad.
Yes. That was the biggest turning point of my life when Naushad Sahab, film jagat ke बहुत बड़े म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर उन दिनों में, So Naushad Sahab had come to Dharwad, my hometown, and had come as a chief guest for Gymkhana celebrations of Karnataka University, where my dad was a professor. So my dad gave the welcome speech and he spoke so nice about Naushad Sahab because he is supposed to be a very big ardent fan of Naushad Sahab. So Naushad Sahab was very surprised and he just came to my dad and he congratulated and he said, मेरे बारे में इतनी अच्छी अच्छी बातें आपने की, कुछ बातें तो मुझे खुद याद नहीं था, तो आपने इतना अच्छा उससे बयान किया. Then my dad said, and all his colleagues said, like he should see Katti sir's daughter and bless that child because she's so much inclined to music and she's inclined to your songs especially. And since I was acquainted with the songs of all these old vintage movies, and I used to say the raga also. I don't know how, but this particular song is based on this and this particular raga, and this particular song has a blend of these two ragas. That used to just come naturally. So Naushad Sahab came home, and then he asked me to sing. So that was the age when there were no inhibitions. I mean, there were not really inhibitions. I never used to get conscious or scared. I used to just gao beti, bas gana shuru kiya bas. So that the first song.
Can you sing that first
song I can never forget. आवाज दे कहाँ है दुनिया मेरी जवां है आबाद मेरे दिल में उम्मीद का जहां है दुनिया मेरी जवां है दुनिया मेरी जवां है आवाज दे कहाँ है. This was a song from the movie Anmol Ghadi, and the music direction was by Naushad Sahab and Anmol Ghadi. This song in particular, this song was sung by none other than Malikaya Tarannum. They used to call her Noor Jahan ji. So he was so happy, he was so emotional, and he called my dad and told him, कट्टी साहब इस बच्ची को आप एक अच्छे गुरु के पास ले जाना और अच्छे से अच्छी तालीम हमारे भारतीय संगीत में तालीम दिलवाना. डोंट जस्ट निग्लेक्ट दिस टैलेंट. हमारे देश के लिए बहुत ही अच्छा ये देन है. शी विल बी समथिंग टुमारो, सो डोंट जस्ट लीव द टैलेंट लाइक दिस. सो देन द जर्नी बिगन. But I never had any intention. I was good at studies. I always wanted to study and I always wanted to participate in all the extracurricular activities when it comes to drama, when it comes to folk dance, when it comes to elocution, and when it comes to debates, and when it comes to the jamming, you just interrupt the other person and you argue. All those things I used to do as a child, and I was the winner of all together in all the events I used to win, and overall championship. All those things were there, and I wanted to study because I was good at studies, and I never used to let my rank. Those days there were ranks,
Okay.
So I never used to let my rank go, but I think my dad had that vision.
Maybe he knew it from before himself because he has named you Sangeeta.
Yeah, Sangeeta. That also has a very small story. I should share this with you, ma'am. I was born on the Saraswati Puja day of Dasara. Saptami Tithi, 7th October. That day was Saraswati Puja.
So Saraswati's blessings is completely on you.
So my dad, I think he knew. And many people said, you have a first girl child born on Saraswati Puja day. So you want to name something related to music. What if she doesn't even like music in future? They were all, ye sab sunna pada daddy ko. But he just said, and overnight he just couldn't sleep one day before my naming ceremony, and this has actually happened. He had a dream. He's an ardent devotee of Raghavendra Swamiji Mantralaya.
Okay.
So he just felt that there is some prerna from Raghavendra Swamiji who said that you like music so much, why don't you name her Sangeeta?
Oh.
So this was some divine prerana, not just a choice of name. So I think all that is a story, but it is with me. And after that, Naushad Sahab, of course, that was a big turning point in my life. And then I took up learning that Sargam, Swargeet, Lakshangeet, and my guru, Sri Sheshgiri Dandapur sir, he's in Dharwad, he's quite old now. He gave me the Prarambhik Abhyas, jo kehte hain na, the basics of music.
Okay.
So I started. I didn't even know how to write the notations and all. Sa sa re re ga ga mama. My dad used to write for me.
And you also had a tutelage of 20 years with.
After that,
you learned
Chandrasekhar.
some Santavanis and.
Yeah. After that, much later. I mean, after Dandapur sir, I had the Khyal Gayan in Hindustani classical music from Pandit Chandrasekhar Puranik Marji, who is a direct disciple of Gadak Panchakshari Gawai, Putraj Gawai Ashram. So that is a Paramparik again tradition. So Puranik Mutt sir, he himself took me to Pandit Baswaraj Rajguruji of Kirana and Gwalior Gharanas, and one guru tells the other guru that whatever he knew, he has taught this child. Now onwards, it is that I leave the child under your tutelage. You please train her. See how great were my gurus.
Yeah.
And after that, Pandit Baswaraj Rajguruji, I had a good, 11 to 12 years training from him. Like, even then, I was never serious about music.
Okay.
Again, the story goes this way, like maybe I took it very easy then. But, though I didn't pay much attention, music never left me.
Correct.
So I always say, if somebody asks me, like how the child says spontaneously, it says, I want to become this, that. But though I didn't say that I want to become a musician,
There was music in your soul.
I was destined to be a musician. So every person on earth, he or she is destined to be what they are. However, whatever they do in life, whatever they study, whatever subject they go, but the field they live next, it is something which is already written. So after Rajguruji's demise, literally for 2 years, by the time I had already cut few albums which were quite popular, like Dasavani and Kannada Bhajans and all. A lot of Bhajans my dad used to write, and we used to all the way go to Madras, then Madras, now Chennai. So we used to go to Madras, and we had a series of recordings in the recording studio, Sangeeta live cassette studios. I was the youngest company artist, all big people were there, Dr. Rajkumar, Bombay Sisters, Balamurliji, MS, and people like, in Sugama Sangeeta, it was, say, Ashwat, Subarna, Ratnamalaji, they all were company artists.
Okay.
I was the youngest entry. But my albums became so popular. So, some girl from Uttara Karnataka, so North Karnataka, she comes, she sings Hindustani style, and the album breaks the record, But I never had that, this is happening, something great is happening. My only motto, which was in my subconscious mind, that I should sing well.
Okay.
Come what may, I never used to compromise. I used to take, retake, I have to make 10 takes. I have to take, I used to take 15 takes, sometimes 18 times, sometimes one line I used to repeat it again and again and again. Maybe, that's what I always say, I tell my students that I am the best judge. I judge myself. So I am the best critic of my own self.
Correct.
So, if you are your own critic, you always tend to correct yourself.
You tend to be perfect.
Nobody is perfect for that matter, but you tend to be perfect, as you said. But that always happens. Even now, it happens with me. And then that was the thing. And Rajguruji, he heard my few of my albums, and he said, "She has got the grip. She will never look back." Those were the words he said. And after that, a day or two after he said that, we lost him. So after that, for 2 years, it was a literal search, the seek for a guru. Because after Rajguruji's demise, I started realizing how important music was in my life. So I went in seek of a guru, wanted a guru very badly. And then I was fortunate, I was blessed, and it is not just a blessing of one janma, it is blessing from janmas and janmas that I got under the tutelage of Gana Saraswati Srimati Kishori Amonkar of Jaipur Atroli Gharana. Many people said, like, you are going to change the gharana and how you are going to manage. Rajguruji always used to say, you have to have your own style. Don't stick on to this gharana thing. If you study in one public school and if you go to the other public school, does the mathematics table change? No. So, music can never change. Only the style might change. But you open your eyes wide to imbibe the best of each gharanas. So I always remembered what he said. And I joined the Jaipur Atroli School of Learning from Kishori Tai. And till her last, I think I'm the most fortunate amongst all the musicians, amongst all the shishyas. So far, with all the gurus, I'm the most fortunate shishya to continue with such a great musician, such a great thinker, such a great reformer, I must say. Kishori Tai, and I stayed with her. It was like a Gurukul. And moreover, she looked, that was only in the music room. She was a great guru. She was a guru, and she was a very strict guru. And she just sparklingly, she used to lead us, and that sparkled our light the way to the path of music. But outside the music room, she was very strict. People say, I have never seen such a lovely human being. So Kishori Tai was a great human being, and she used to feed us. She used to put my choti also. She used to apply. Kya tum ladkiyan tel nahi lagate ho? Kahan se usko bhi khana chahiye na? Ka tel nahi. So she used to see all these things. This happens only if we are blessed. Correct. So after that, there was before I joined Tai, in the span of these 2 years of seek of a guru, I got an opportunity to sing playback for the Kannada movies. The first movie, I won the award also for a Kalyana Mandapa. And in a very short span of, within a year, I was in the top 3 with all big established playback singers of those years, in the 90s. That was the time when I met my guru Kishori Tai, when I had lost Rajguruji. Had it been anybody else, my field was like this here. In the film industry, I had already made a name. I had already won an award. If somebody else would have thought that, they would not have chosen to leave this place and go there to Mumbai to learn from a guru. But I think I made the best decision of my life of leaving everything. Bana banaya tha, yahan pe tha career, filmon mein. But I think I have got a guru, I must go there. Maybe some force above me, above all, it works always, which comes as an intuition to you. So I went to Mumbai. That was the golden period I spent.
Amazing story, I can say, Sangeeta ma'am. Sangeeta ji, Hindustani classical music is deeply rooted in our tradition and culture. So how do you bring these elements in your unique singing style when you sing the other genres of music?
It's a very common question everybody asks, and each time I feel I am filled with so much of joy to answer this question, because I get to sing so many things. I have to explain. Well, classical is the mother, and they say that other they are dimensions, I call. They say it's a branches of music. It's not that branches of music, because in music, whatever you sing, whatever you convey, it has just 7 notes.
Okay.
Sa re ga ma pa da ni. Or there might be different permutations and combinations make different. That's what I wanted to say. It not just makes music, it creates a different sanskar of music, like a Veda. Because music they call it a Samaveda. Samaveda is nothing but the Anubhuti.
Okay.
The Anubhava. Anubhava and Anubhuti, if you get into your soul, if you bring it in your soul, then usse badkar kuch nahi hai. It's so beautiful. It is so beautiful with each ragas you sing or you play in an instrument.
Right.
So let me precisely say that in classical music, people say that you go deep into that and Rag-Ragini Paddhati, what we call the aesthetics of music. Rag-Ragini, it is divided into, like what you said, permutations and combinations. The same Shuddha Gandhar differs from one rag to another. How? अभी तो भूप में तो जो गंधार है, it's called Swayambhu Gandhar. What is that Swayambhu? Sare dha sare ga ga pa dha pa ga re ga sare dha sare ga re ga sa dha ga sa. Yahi Shuddha Gandhar. This is Shuddha Gandhar in Rag Bhup, which is Rag Mohanam in Carnatic music. Okay. So the same, if you sing Puriya Dhanashri, evening rag, you know. Ne re ga ma re ga pa pa ma dha ma ga ga ma dha ma dha ni ne dha ni re da pa ma pa dha ma pa ga ma re ga ma ga re ga re sa. When you sing Puriya Dhanashri, the same Shuddha Gandhar doesn't sound like the one you had heard in Bho. Why? This is the urge one student should have, as to question why and seek for the answer. Then who will give the answer? Only a guru can answer him.
Okay.
So music is totally Guru Mukhena. You can't just surf something and learn music. You can write down the songs, you can catch the tune, but that's not that's not everything in music. If I am singing some bhajan or some Bhavageet or some Sufi or some film song for them, why this line is appearing this way, why this line is progressing in this set of notes, why the notes are manifested in such a way that you start feeling that this is it, this has to be, nothing irrelevant. That is because of a very, very, very rich Raga-Ragini Paddhati, which just comes out of this just a small world of 7 notes whose dimension is so big.
Correct.
So these 7 notes, kamal ke hain.
Okay.
They create wonders when you come to Bhavageet. When you sing a Bhakti Geet, they create the utmost devotion. When you sing a film song, they make you rejoice. And when you sing a folk number, they make you feel that I can also sing. Anybody can sing a folk song. So that's the beauty of folk music. So this is all the literary excellence, what we talk about the other genre of music.
Okay.
Whose mother is the Satsur.
Satsur.
So it is possible for a musician to sing all, to sing everything, or try at least, if he or she is having the quality of adaptability. If you adapt yourself to any style, you can sing anything. But keeping up the tradition, you have to follow the tradition. Not that अच्छा कुछ मिल गया, कुछ गा लिया, ये सब नहीं है. Okay. See, for example, if you sing a bhajan, bhajan is always considered as a light classical music. It is not purely light. It is light classical. Like how in Karnataka, different Dasa Sankirtana and Dasavani it is called. Devaranama. Same thing got evolved in Maharashtra as Santavani. Where Marathi Abhangs you can hear. And all over India, Meera, Surdas, Kabir, these came up, these saints came up with great compositions on Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, on Guru. So when you sing Bhakti Sangeet, whichever province, whichever language it is more of a semi-classical. Like for example, Karava Mugida Mukhya Prana Karava Mugida Mukhya Prana Karava Mugida Dhadin Dinda Dhadin Dinda. It goes like a chota khyal bandish. Karava Mugida Shri Harige Doragi Karava Mugida Shri Harige Doragi Durala Sadi Du Sajjanara Poreyado Karava Mugida Karava Mugida Karava Mugida. It's almost like a classical chota khyal bandish. But it's similar things. It holds good for Carnatic style of singing Devaranam also, the Kritis and Kirtana. But when you come to light music, which one shall I? Okay. Where did this light music come from? If I ask a question to myself, then we go back to that Amir Khusro ka zamane se, unke zamane se jo ghazal, sher और शायरी उभर आई. So that means light music is much earlier. Which got evolved in different states in again different languages, whether it is Marathi or Hindi. Hindi matlab ghazals, whether in Kannada or even Tamil. But more of Kannada and Urdu ghazals, because many poets wrote their heart. So one of the poets, Professor Chanveer Kanviji, I just love this song. Vandu munjavinali tunturina sone made so yendu shruti hidido suriyuttittu ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಹಿಮ್ಮೇಳವನೆ ಸೋಕಿ ಮಾಸುಳಿಗಾಳೆ ತೆಂಗು ಗರಿಗಳ ನಡುವೆ ಸುಳುತ್ತಿತ್ತು. Suppose this song, if I start singing like a classical bandish or something, ये सूट करता नहीं है, है ना? तुमतुरिना सोने मरे नहीं होता. He is explaining,
evoke the emotion.
The Kavi says, the Kavi is explaining the nature. Early morning, when it is a rainy day, how those dew drops look on the flower, on the leaves. So, adake himmelan, the breeze, the early morning breeze, it plays a music with the moment of those twigs on which the dew drops make a movement. Such a beautiful thought. So this, if you sing like Bilawal Raag, Bandish ke jaisa agar aap gaenge, to suit nahi karega. So this again, a singer has to adopt himself to understand the language of the poet and come out with the bhav. So in Bhavageet, It's nothing but bhav. That doesn't mean the classical music or bandish won't have bhav. Classical music is the most emotional. It is not mathematical. It is emotional. That is the reason why even without any language, even without any bandish, एक आलाप से आप
will transport into a different
transcend,
world altogether.
Transcending
into your
it's a
music.
sublime, you know.
Yes.
That avastha, my gurus always said, like, मूर्त रूप से अमूर्त तक जो सफर है, वही शास्त्रीय संगीत है.
Correct.
समझते समझाते युग बीत जाएगा. Then if you ask me about folk music, how do you sing folk? So the answer is simple, like everybody sings. In Kannada it is called Janapada Sangeeta, Lok Sangeet जो बोलते हैं ना. जनपद संगीता का मतलब क्या है? जनर बाइंदा बर्तकंथा पदा. What people say in the form of music.
It is not written anywhere. It is
that is the literary thing. But the raga, the tone, the tune, it just comes out of your heart and soul.
Yes.
Because if you go to some tribal area somewhere in Himachal or somewhere in mountains area, you can hear some noise, some sound, which the people who go to work every day, they'll be making. उनका थकान जो है ना, थकान को मिटाने के लिए वो खुद कुछ आवाजें निकालते हैं इन सुर. अभी हो हा हो हा हो हा हो हा हो ha. This itself is folk music. Oh ha ho ha oh ha ho ho. They'll be walking miles and miles together and reaching the peaks and mountain peaks. So this is the music which quenches their thirst and which reduces the stress.
Relaxes.
Yeah, relaxes them. And they won't feel the strain.
Correct.
That is the power of music. So folk. तो कुछ भी folk में कुछ गाना हो तो ए लाल मेरी पथ, you just speak out. रखियो माला झूले लालन सिंदड़ी दा सेवन दा सकी शाबाश कलंदर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दा पहला नंबर दमादम मस्त कलंदर अली दा पहला नंबर हो लाल मेरी हो लाल मेरी heart. You can sing it to your heart's content, you know.
Yeah.
You don't keep anything to you, no inhibition, and you just bring the best of, you don't think, just sing. Keep just singing. That is a folk music. That's the beauty of folk music. वैसे film की अगर बात आप करेंगे तो it is a beautiful blend and a beautiful mixture of all the styles, because film goes with the situation.
Yes.
That means, in other words, bhava only. There is patho. नवरस जो बोलते हैं ना, हालांकि रागों में ये रस होता है. Rag always is depicted not just with the manifestation of just the saptaswaras or notes, but the manifestation of notes according to the rag rasa siddhanta. The rasa siddhanta is the aesthetics of music. When if you have a chance to, I mean, I'm sure you would have gone through this book, Bharatamani's Natya Shastra and Sangeeta Shastra and Sangeeta Ratnakar, all these big time, you know, granthas, you know. There is a beautiful mention about music, especially in Bharatamani's Natya Shastra. He says that music is just not an entertainment. Music is a form of education. So, a true musician is one musician who not only entertains, but also creates the educational aura.
Okay.
जो समझ है, उसे बयान करने की जरूरत है हर परफॉर्मर को. So, music acts both as an education as well as a medium of entertainment. So, there's nothing as beautiful as music, according to me. It's the most beautiful, most valuable, I say it, most divine and priceless gift from the nature. Nature's gift to the society, to the nature, which goes back to the nature in the form of राग एंड रस. इसीलिए तो बरसात हुई, दिया जले, when ragas were presented by Tansin. Malhar created that barsha. हाँ, तो वर्षाई और दिया जले with Deepak rag. Why all this happens? Some rags, especially when you practice some few rags, you see, like for example, ga ma dha ni da ni sa sa ni da ma pa da ma ga re sa. This is Bhageshri. There is no literature here, but still you're enjoying.
But still that music, it's soul touching. Yeah.
This is the aesthetics. This is the richness of our Indian classical music. स्वर की अपनी ही एक भाषा है जिसको हम स्वर भाषा कहते हैं. कोई सीमा नहीं है. There is no border. It's limitless. And just the alapi. That's how you just stop. If you are walking, if you hear a koyal, cuckoos, kuhu, you stop for a while, listen to it, then proceed. Why? It's nothing but the language of melody, language of music. That is why music is always emotional, not mathematical. Let me come to this.
And even it is therapeutic also, must be.
Therapy.
Yes.
A lot of universities have conducted, they conduct workshop, they conduct therapies. That's what the raga, I was just wanting to mention this. Sa ga ma dha ni sa dha ni re sa ni da ma pa da ma ga re sa. Se naina lage re.
This is my favorite show.
Naina lage re jani kya ho.
Maybe we don't know to sing, but then when we hear the music, we just get into that, soaked into that.
Music has that power.
Power it is.
The ultimate strength.